block by Tony Washington to get Jackson a little further, and there's Chad Cackert for 5 to the 50.
It's just one technique to be able to stop a scrambling or running quarterback, and some of these plays are called. So it could be Enoch Mwamba who's going to stay in the middle, look like he's going to cover, but then he just is in charge of spying Jarius Jackson. Wherever he goes, Enoch Mwamba goes. Don't be surprised to see that as this game goes on and Jarius Jackson keeps running.
Second and 5. Back into the hands of Cackert. Big hole. Daylight, and Chad Cackert inside the 40. And again, it's the safety, Ian Logan, that has to make the tackle. But Cackert making inroads now with the run game.
You know what? Sometimes young players, and Enoch Mwamba is playing so well. I mean, they found themselves a middle linebacker. And I'm showing you a bit of a mistake here, but only out of respect for Mwamba because he's so aggressive, playing so hard. He's a little young, and he jumps in the hole too early. If he's more patient, he's going to be able to scrape to that play. Chad Cackert gets good yards because of his aggressiveness, but man, have they found a middle linebacker.
Cackert 40 of his 46 in the second half. And that pass complete to Maurice Mann down at the 31-yard line.
I don't remember a half and a bit that I've seen Maurice Mann in his time in the Canadian Football League be this solid and consistent. Competition pushes all players. Nothing pushes a player more than the guy behind him in the depth chart.
No catches in the previous 2 games. And he had that tough outing in BC where he took a costly penalty that wiped out a touchdown and also had a couple of drops. Bounce back night. Cackert second and short. And he gets taken down. Marcellus Bowman, the weak side linebacker. And let's see what kind of spot Chad Cackert gets.
They're going to bring him in and take a look. Just a final thought. Just a final thought on Maurice Mann while they're measuring this. He doesn't have big numbers right now, but his 5 catches, he's had to fight off a defender all night long, and great coverage. Showing real strong hands and a great passion to go after that football and come up with it.
3rd and a half yard. And the big team comes on. Jarius Jackson, usually the short yardage guy, so he'll just stay in.
Maybe in 1 week, not enough time to get Trevor Harris enough practice in this situation.
Marcellus Bowman there, and Jarius Jackson just too strong.
And that's maybe another reason that Scott Milanovic doesn't want to go away from this formula on short yardage, to have a guy as strong, big, strong as Jarius Jackson.
Good placement by Alex Suber if you're a Bomber fan.
6'1", 236. And he's got a good push. Always been real good at this short yardage situation. Did it in BC as well.
Bomber defense was trying to sell a better spot.
Marcellus Bowman times his jump perfectly. Look at him go up over, and he has got him right around the head. But Jarius Jackson keeps pushing and pushing. Look at that.
Pure discretion at the bottom left.
Absolutely.
Here again, Cackert trying to kick it outside and gets there. And then gets upended by Johnny Sears. Maurice Mann was blocking on Sears in an area where a penalty flag flies.
Yeah, I agree. I think this could be against Maurice Mann. I know Johnny Sears got up and was all upset. He thought it was against him.
Toronto number 9, 10-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
See, Johnny Sears thought he was getting called for hitting Chad Cackert out of bounds. And he didn't. He was well inside the boundary when he made contact. We'll show you that contact, but there is the hold right there. As Maurice Mann grabs the jersey. That's why you saw Johnny Sears trying to get dressed again.
So it's 1st and 20. Here comes the pressure. Jackson got it away and overthrows Chad Owens. Bryant Turner was turning up the heat on the Argo quarterback.
I'll show you this hit on Jarius Jackson just as he threw it away, and maybe it's an example of what a defender, as the rules evolve to protect quarterbacks, and we saw that Brandon Isaac hit on Buck Pierce. What they can do to protect themselves from penalty is go with the shoulder pads. Try and keep your head out of the equation. That time you saw good hits on Jarius Jackson, but no head involved from Bryant Turner.
2nd and long, draw, Cackert, and that's not going very far. So Swayze Waters, the field goal unit, will come on as the clock will tick. Under 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Coach wanted more than 3, as you see his reaction, but they've taken some time off the clock in this 3rd quarter when Winnipeg had the wind. Whether or not wind's a huge advantage here tonight.
Boy, it's getting that time of year, though. I mean, the intensity on Scott Milanovich's face, he's ready to go out and hit somebody. And this has been physical. The guys understand how important this time of year is.
So Waters from 45. And he has missed it. And Javon Johnson's going to bring it out. It's a big block. And Johnson does escape as a flag flies. Not much of a return, but an eventful block on Marcus Ball. And we'll sort out the flag when we come back. But they've had plenty of heat on the quarterback tonight.
And making plays, interceptions.
An illegal block called on Alex Suber on that hit on Marcus Ball. There's Marcus Ball, who's made an impact tonight.
Yeah, I don't like this call at all, but, and I'm sure Alex Suber doesn't. I thought that he got the full front of Marcus Ball here. I mean, you be the judge. Here comes 21 right in the middle of your screen. And he waits, patient, gets right in front. I think it's a nice, clean block. Now, Javon Johnson only went out on the 2-yard line anyway, so the penalty yardage not a big deal, but I don't like the call.
Nor the decision by Johnson to bring it out.
No, you're right.
2nd down, Elliott trying to move the chains and got a completion. And looks like Chris Matthews has a 1st down. It'll be close, and that'll be a big one if the Bombers get it.
And if they're short, Tim Burke, nope, they're going to move the chains.
Just got enough. That would have been an uncomfortable place for a 3rd down gamble.
I was going to say, Tim Burke having to make the decision, even if it's inside of a yard, if they were short here. Everyone would have held their breath in this stadium, but Chris Matthews got just enough.
Chad Simpson, hard runner, up across the 15-yard line. Neither Simpson or Cackert started the year as they featured back with these two teams, but they have really established themselves. In fact, only John Cornish more yards per game than these two.
And it was even closer coming into the week, but Cornish with the big night last night. Congratulations to him, over 1,000 yards, the 8th Canadian tailback to do that.
2nd and 4. Elliott had a lot of time, and now downfield, and not sure where that was going. Nobody in the area.
Well, 2nd and 4, Chris, sorry, and you know, there was a couple things here. One is, I'm not sure what he saw because he threw it to a complete different area that it looked like Corey Watson was running to. And did he have enough room in front of him to go ahead and just run to move the chains? Looked like he had some running room.
So Owens back. And he needs 8 on this return to hit 3,000. And this could be it. It is. Chad Owens inside the Winnipeg 45, 3rd consecutive year. Over 3,000 all-purpose yards. No player in pro football history has ever done that. So a little bit of CFL history tonight for Chad Owens.
There it is, the totals. And Chad Owens is on pace for over 4,000 this year, which would be another CFL record. No one in football has gone 3 years in a row over 3,000 all-purpose.
Bombers have done a good job on him tonight, limiting Owens to 93 so far. He's averaging 242 yards a game. Cacker tossed back.
But his pace this year, the record was held by Mike Pitbull Clemens, who, interestingly enough, spoke to the team this week. There's his pace at 4,372. Now he's a bit behind it tonight. And Mike Clemens' record in 1997 of 3,840.
Second and 6. Over the middle, Inman, great grab. And a first down for Dontrell Inman, who's been a favorite target of Jarius Jackson tonight.
Wow, Jarius Jackson just puts this on Dontrell Inman. He's thrown a couple of real nice inside routes. Dontrell Inman has to reach up a little bit, and you see the courage because he knows he's going to get hit coming across. Ian Logan actually just missed him, took a poor angle, but Jarius Jackson just stuck it on him there.
4th catch, 60 yards for Inman.
Using the wideouts.
Double tight end formation, Cacker, nothing doing. Marcellus Bowman the tackle.
You know when I watch Chad Owens play, you know how in the old kinesiology class you learned about slow twitch and fast twitch? He is just one fast twitch muscle. That's all he is. I'd like to just call him fast twitch. You see him when he shakes and he's got the football in his hands. Different style than pinball. Great acceleration, explosion. He's one fast twitch muscle.
Second and 10.
Close.
Flag down. Owens has the catch. I think this is coming back. Didn't look like the Argos were set on the line. And a flag flies.
See, even when he's talking to guys, he's got his hands. He's fast. He's fast twitch.
Both teams signaling who it's against. There's going to be a face mask call. Didn't look like the guy at the Argos end of the line got into position, but we'll find out here from referee Tom Valesi.
We have 2 fouls on the play. Illegal formation, Toronto. Major foul, face mask, Winnipeg number 21. We'll go up 10 yards, automatic, first down.
So the super penalty more costly.
Yeah, face mask, major penalty, automatic first down. Here comes fast twitch, and there's the face mask. Could tell when he got up and his helmet was all up the side. He was looking through the ear hole. But those are the dangerous ones.
Just the 3rd face mask call against Winnipeg this year. So first down, Argos threatening. Fake to Cacker. Andre Dury's got it. And he is forced out just inside the 10. So the Argos extend their lead in the 3rd quarter. We're through 45 minutes. A 17-point Argo lead. Numbers through 3 quarters, just 33 yards for Winnipeg in the 3rd quarter. They seemed to have some momentum coming into the 2nd half, but it kind of disappeared.
Yeah, it did when they didn't get their leader back, and when Buck Pierce didn't come out of the tunnel at halftime, you could see the wind coming out of the sails. I mean, it didn't help that Damon Washington fumbled the football. Now they got a quarter to play, and they've been scrapping all night long, but You know, when you lose that leader, they were a different team last week when he came back into the lineup, and they're a different team without Buck Pierce on the field, and that's what the panel talked about at halftime, how important it was. Unfortunate he couldn't come out, answer the bell in the second half, but like I said, they have a quarter to go and they've been scrapping.
The other issue, 4 turnovers by Winnipeg. The Argos +4, lead the league now. They're +10 in the giveaway, takeaway department. Here's Jarius Jackson, the fake, and Marcellus Bowman will wrestle him down. So once again, the Bombers' defense stands. And Swayze Waters and the field goal crew for Toronto checks back in.
Sooner or later, these linebackers have got to hold in there a little bit longer just to check on Jarius Jackson. I mentioned Enoch Mwamba, but this time it's Marcellus Bowman who's going to go off the edge, and they just spy. Wait, what Jarius Jackson doing? Okay, he's going to try and run. I'm going to go ahead and try and make the tackle, and he does.
Argos have to settle for another field goal. They have struggled in the red zone this season. Last at 31% touchdowns in the red zone. That's 15% worse than the number 7 team, the Eskimos. 3 here to make it a 20-point lead. And Waters missed it. Waters misses. And they'll settle for 1 and an 18-point lead. So he misses from 18. Been a tough night for Swayze Waters.
When you're that close, it's hard to imagine how you miss. Well, you're right, didn't quite pull it in there. I've stood in front of some big wide fairways and felt the same thing. But no question, it's outside.
Punting's been a bigger issue tonight, but see if that miss comes back to haunt. Elliott going deep, wants Chris Matthews, and Patrick Watkins was there defensively, and the pass fell short. There's that matchup you were talking about early.
Yeah, I've been watching it closely, and Patrick Watson's doing a real nice job. Seen a couple of catches from Chris Matthews, but they were sort of short to intermediate routes. Anytime they try and push it deep to him, Pat Watkins has been right there in his hip pocket, and he's there again. Watch out, he's just going to let him with great confidence go by, stay in the trail. Now you got to catch up quickly, then turn for the football. Perfect timing.
2nd and 10, flag down, and the pass complete to Matthews. Let's see if the Bombers receivers were offside. Out of the waggle, it looked like they got a real good jump.
Offside, Toronto number 94. A penalty is declined.
Oh, it's Kevin Huntley. Terrence Edwards got a great jump. He did. Kevin Huntley got an illegal jump.
I didn't see any movement from the interior of that line. He must have been lined up offside.
They rule he lined up offside, and the 17-yard pickup to Matthews stands at the 52. The out for Pumlup. Pacino Horn there to wrestle him down, trying to strip the ball loose. But Pobla hangs on, and a 5-yard pickup.
Got a question for you on Kito Pobla. Got 28 catches coming in. Guy that out of Central Michigan, that Canadian, that I think that people had very, very high expectations and still do. Is he playing in the wrong position?
They talked about bringing him closer to the quarterback. His number is comparable with another second-year wideout. There's a drop, and Corey Watson's fighting it. A guy who had 10 catches against Hamilton and has just struggled in the last week or two.
There's a couple of Canadians that are front and center now. Kito Pobla, we just mentioned, and Watson. The first half drop was all on him. That one was a tough one because he was going